Welcome to Beluga Stadium. The ocean holds so many wonderful secrets, and today we want you to come with us to take a deep dive into the ocean and to discover some of the world's most fascinating creatures, the beluga whales and Pacific white-sided dolphins. Welcome to Ocean Discovery.
Let's hear for our beluga whales and our Pacific white-sided dolphins. Hi everyone, my name is Chris, and welcome to Ocean Discovery here at Beluga Stadium. Here at SeaWorld, we have the unique opportunity to care for many different species of animals. It is through this care that we create bonds and relationships with our animals. Relationships we are so excited to share with you today. Whether it's the majestic and graceful beluga whale, or the poised and powerful Pacific white-sided dolphin, each of these animals is one of a kind, and we are so excited to introduce you to some of the amazing members of our pod. Our pod of 11 whales ranges in age from our youngest, at just over a year old, to our oldest whales who are in their 30s. These past few years have been an exciting time for our trainers, as a tremendous amount of learning, growth, and development occurs within the first few years as a beluga calf learns to explore their environment and develop relationships with other members of the pod. Beluga whales have a wide variety of different adaptations that help them thrive in their Arctic and subarctic habitats. One of the first things you might notice about our belugas is their white coloration, which is a form of camouflage that allows them to blend in with the ice caps and floats in the Arctic. Beluga whales do not have a dorsal fin. Instead, they have what is known as a dorsal ridge. This serves them several purposes. First, the dorsal ridge is thick and has a tough layer of skin over it, which they use to push up on the ice to create breathing holes. Second, the lack of a fin gives them a low profile, enabling them to swim right under the floes of ice and go undetected by predators. Beluga whale's most prominent feature is that large forehead, or what is known as a melon. This allows them to echolocate and find food in murky water. Finally, beluga whales are nicknamed the canaries of the sea for the wide variety of different vocalizations that they can produce. Let's see if our beluga whales can demonstrate some of these just for you. Vocalizations you're hearing are coming from their blowhole, located on the back of the beluga's head. In fact, beluga whales do not possess vocal cords, nor do they breathe out of their mouths. All of those vocalizations and their breathing is coming from that blowhole. Once again, that was our amazing pod of beluga whales. Engaging with our animals, physically and mentally, allows us to provide them with world-class care. It is through this care that we create those bonds and relationships with our animals that last a lifetime. While our animals seem to be natural athletes, it's our mutual love of play that helps us to create this connection. Over the past 50 years, SeaWorld has learned that their play is what ultimately leads to our discoveries. Playtime is a training essential and a huge part of what we do here at SeaWorld. Even our 1-year-old calf, Atla, has begun his training career with us through Playtime. What does that look like? It involves us cupping our hands together, scooping up water, and pouring it into his mouth, which he seems to find very reinforcing. Now our belugas and their trainers will demonstrate just how special these bonds and relationships can truly be. Let's hear it for our beluga whales and their trainers one more time. Did you know that all of our SeaWorld parks are accredited by the Association of Zoos and Aquariums? U.S. agencies such as OSHA and USDA consider AZA standards to be the national standard. These rigorous, scientifically based, and publicly available standards examine our entire operation, from animal care, veterinary care, conservation, and education. It is one of the highest accreditations a zoo or aquarium can receive, and one that SeaWorld is very proud to hold. In fact, it is because of this standard of care for our animals that SeaWorld San Antonio is one of 3 facilities in the US that is able to care for our Pacific white-sided dolphins. SeaWorld San Antonio also participates in many different research studies. One we are most proud of is our vocal development study. Scientists insert an underwater microphone into the habitat and record the vocalizations that our belugas produce. As a zoological facility, we can relate both those sounds and the ages of the animals in our care to belugas in their natural environment. Now, we have come to my favorite part of the presentation, where members of our audience get to come up, meet some of our animals, and enjoy in this experience. Please help me welcome Jacob and our first special guest.
Well, thank you so much, Chris. Hi, everyone. I'm joined with Hegel and his new friend Samson, who's 9 years old. Now, Hegel, I have a question for you. Have you ever met a beluga whale before? No. Well, today is your lucky day. I'm going to ask Samson to line on up right next to us. This is how we are able to do a full body examination at least every single day. But why don't you come right next to me, reach out, and give him a nice back rub. Nice. Now, I am sure that people would like to know, what does he feel like? Soft, smooth. Now that allows them to be slick and hydrodynamic in the water. Now let's go ahead, let's show off Samson's gorgeous coloration to everyone joining us here today. How we're going to do that, Hegel, take your right hand, and you're just gonna draw a big giant circle. You got it? Okay, I'll do it with you. Go ahead, take that hand and just draw a big giant circle. Oh, look at that signal. Now he saw you, he's taken off. Now I want you to notice, he does have a pair of flippers, one on each side of his body. Those are called his pectoral flippers, and that's what he uses to steer and to stop. That was beautiful. Nicely done. Well, Caroline, who's that over there?
Well, thank you so much for that introduction, Jacob. I am joined by my brand new friend, Wesley, all the way from Austin. Wesley and I are hanging out with a really special little girl. Her name is Ohana, and she's 15 years old. Now, Wesley and I have been checking out the unique type of camouflage that she has. It's known as disruptive coloration, and it's a contrasting blend of patterns that enables her to easily hide from both her predators and her prey. So what do you say, Wesley? Should we show off some of that coloration? Yeah? Okay, what you're gonna do is take your hand like so, and we're gonna spin it in a circle on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3, spin it in a circle. And check her out. Now she moves those tail flicks in a powerful up and down motion that allows her to accelerate quickly when chasing after prey, and it even allows her to leap pretty high up and out of the water. Those are some pretty unique adaptations about the Pacific white-sided dolphin. Can you tell us a little bit more about the beluga whales, Jacob?
Absolutely. Now Samson, he also has several adaptations that allow him to thrive. One example of those is going to be his tail flukes. So he has one on each side of his body, and they pump those up and down to reach top speeds of about 14 miles per hour. But it also allows them to lift their entire bodies out of the water. Now Hegel, would you like to see that? Okay, take your right hand, and kind of similar to what we did before, just gonna draw a big giant circle towards the sky. Go ahead. All right, well, he's taken off to the bottom of this 25-foot deep pool. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Samson and his new friend, Hegel.
Jacob, that was pretty impressive. But believe it or not, Pacific white-sided dolphins are known as the acrobats of the sea. And they've been observed jumping as high as 20 feet up and out of the water. What do you say? Should we check that out? Yeah? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a little karate chop and then toss it up to the sky on the count of 3. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Toss it up. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, that's my new friend, Wesley and Ohana.
Thank you so much, Caroline. I cannot wait to see more of our Pacific white-sided dolphins in just a few moments. Now, the animals you have seen here today are champions for their ocean counterparts. which face an increasing threat to their lives and habitats. Trash, noise pollution, decline in food supply, and habitat loss plague our oceans. Your visit here today directly impacts SeaWorld's conservation and rescue efforts. In fact, with your help, to date, SeaWorld has been able to rescue over 40,000 animals. Now that is something truly worth celebrating. Now that you've gotten to meet some of the amazing animals in our care, we invite you to enjoy in their wonder as we welcome back our powerful pod of Pacific white-sided dolphins.
From the sky to the sea, to the air that we breathe, from the depths of the earth to the stars. Light up the web, run like you're born to fly. Dare what you dare to dream, and everything in between. The world is sing out your battle cry. Under the sky, oceans and land divide. You're my only feel inside. The world is ours. The world is ours. The world is The world is ours. The world is
We hope you enjoyed today's presentation of Ocean Discovery here at Beluga Stadium. Enjoy the rest of your day right here at SeaWorld San Antonio.